amputee registry as the demo that we were trying to do. And I remember telling us that we can use AI, what's it called now? ABOS AI app. And I selected ABOS because it has a free version that anybody can use today for this project. Uh, what I did not mention the other time that I would like to mention now, that ABOS is not the only app that can be used. We are recommending that for this project because it has a free version with the opportunity to build two projects with this free version. And that's why I mentioned the other time that we encourage you not to use it yet until you have thoroughly checked and fine-tuned your idea so that you don't have to pay to have your demo. All right. So ABOS is recommended for this. Now, I'm going to quickly mention that ABOS is not the only app that does that. There is what they call Lovable. There's Lovable, there's Replit, there's um I think there's a lot of them, there's COSO, and so on and so forth that can be used. However, some of most of these things they require upfront payments because before you can use them. But HeyBoss gives you that first opportunity to develop something without having to make the payment. You can create two projects, and you only need to create one project for this program. And we don't want you to waste the credit. That's why we recommend that you don't use it yet until once you fine-tune your product idea. Then I remember walking you through a chatbot that can be used to refine your idea. And where we can start right now is to use any of the available chatbots that we have. It could be Gemini, it could be ChatGPT, it could be Lovable, it could be any of those. Now, you are going to experiment to brainstorm with your product idea. Which idea? Remember, we started the session with understanding the idea, understanding that you need to start from the problem. Then you need to walk yourself through to the solution. Then in between, you have to make sure that it's the solution that can be built with software, not hardware. Because you can, for you to build a hardware-enabled solution, you need sensors that will connect your hardware and software with the hardware. That takes time. You need the knowledge of how to build the sensors into hardware. That takes time and it's beyond the scope of this of bootcamp. You can achieve that in 1 week. It requires extensive work, which cannot be covered in a week. So in this case, we are now encouraging you to think through your problem and then use a chatbot to help you fine-tune your idea. So here's what we are going to do now. You are going to I will encourage you to turn on your turn on your camera so that we know that you're working, so that we can attend to your questions immediately and we can support you to make sure that you are able to build the solution as quick as possible. You have something to share on the by Friday. Now, so I'm going to share the demo briefly of the demo of the amputee register that I asked the AI to do the other time. I'm going to share the demo with us to see how it looks like, and we can start from there. It's a very low fidelity. It's just a very simple. That's thing what it captures. Let me just quickly share the demo. Then I'm going to walk us through how to do the same with our project. Then we can share our screen to start. Now, this is how it looks like. So this is, let me go to the home page, profile. So this is how the products will look like. Now, 1 second, let me.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. I can't see your screen, sir.
Can you see my screen, anyone?
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
Okay, so let me know. You can refresh if you can see your screen. I'm also refreshing mine as well to make sure that I can let you see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So I know that we are going to cover a lot. I may not be able to go in depth, but we are going to provide you to sing. I want you to confirm either today or tomorrow. We have tutorials on Hey Boss app and how to use it. Is it covered today or tomorrow? When is it covered? When were those things covered?
So it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Yes,
So
sir.
I think it's okay if you can just share it's with them today after the session today.
Okay, sir.
For those who want to go ahead so that they can start experimenting ahead. So it's okay you can go ahead and share what they're going to cover tomorrow. So we know that we are covering a lot within a short period of time, and we may not be able to attend or address all the questions. So we provided the tutorial for us that we all can sit back and use and watch in our independent time. So they're going to share it with us now because it's as I'm going to jump a lot of stuff because of time. So the tutorial has all you need to know about how to work with ABOS app, what to do with it. But the first thing I want you to understand is the first step that we did. Brainstorming with AI chatbot about your product. First thing. Brainstorming with what? Brainstorming with AI chatbots, just the way I did the other time, telling it to work as a CTO. I think I can put the yeah, that is another person's project, so I don't want to put in the chat. So now once you are able to work with the AI chatbots to fine tune your idea, all you have to do is to copy that prompt into HeyBoss app to create it for you. All right. So that is what. So what I did the other time, this is the results. So this is the result. Now you can see right here that he has created a landing page, amputi.e. That is the name I called the app. He has created it, getting started at Earth Practitioner, getting started. He created all of this for me. I didn't have to do it from scratch. People can sign in or people can register. Now, this is my dashboard. This is how my dashboard will look like. So this is how the dashboard will look like. And in this case, because there's no data there's nothing to populate. Typically, I'll be the one people will register, the data will populate it. But this is how it captures the data for me. So, full name, as of NIN, the names that is available on the NIN, date of birth, gender, NIN, my email address, my state. He has captured all the states for me. I don't have to do this. My local government has been captured based on the state I selected, my state and everything. So users will fill this. It provides the clinical details for them. See, limbs affected, the right, the left, and so on and so forth. Amputation level, primary cause, date of amputation, prosthetic status, and so on and so forth. It provided that details socio-economic, employment status, educational status, monthly income brackets, then and primary caregiver dependence, then document and consent that you accept to collect this data and everything. So I will put this in the link right here. The link to this app that we just curated, a very simple app right here that we can interact with. Now, it's not going to be perfect because I have to fine tune it to what I want, which we'll not be able to do. This is just to have a very simple demo for us. I'm going to see if I can have another quick demo that we can do. So this is where we need to start now. So I would like all of us here for those who are interested, to use the chatbots right now, whatever chatbots you have available, to now brainstorm with AI on your solution, right? You start from the problem. This is the problem. And you prompt AI, this is who I am. Then you tell AI, this is the solution I'm looking at. Tell AI specifically you want the simplest version that can be built with AI chatbots. State it categorically. You want a simple solution that can be built with Hey Boss AI chatbot. Once you have done that, now ask AI to act as a CTO and produce to you a copy and paste version of that, a copy and paste version of the prompt that you can now copy and paste into the Hey Boss AI chatbot. So let's see if you're able to do this. I'm hoping to see if any of you can share your screen to show your workings, to show what is working. Kindly let me know. Any questions, any comments, any complaints from anyone?
All right, Doctor,
Questions?
Sir. Hello, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
a question, sir.
Okay. Go
Hello,
ahead,
sir.
sir. Please go ahead with your question.
All right, sir. So when you copy the prompt, did you just paste it inside the A-box and like click on try now, or what, sir?
Yes, click on try now. If you click on try now, it will ask you to sign up or sign in with your email. You said yes. Once you sign up, you should be able to hit generate.
All right. So another one I want to ask is that this example you made is like a web-based application. So is this the
Okay.
same result we get if we get a separate problem different from this one?
Now, that's a very good question. Thank you very much, sir, for asking that question. Now, I need to emphasize that you need to understand the difference between mobile application and web-based application. Now, for you to develop a mobile app, right, there are still so many layers of characteristic and consideration as to the development of your mobile app, which we may not be able to cover because of time. But I can ask my team to provide the resources for you that you can go to, or you can just ask AI to help you, or just do a very good, quick Google search. Now, to turn your web app to, for the purpose of this or this bootcamp, you are going to focus on a web application, not a website. A web application is an application that people can log in to interact with. The difference between a web application and mobile app is that for the mobile app, people need to download the app before on iOS or Android before it can work. Before you can do that, there's a lot of things that have to happen, which cannot be achieved within this period of time. However, you can just focus on developing the web-based app first. Once you master the development of the web-based application, then you are one step closer into making a mobile application. I need to be honest with you. You will not be able to develop a mobile app in 2-3 days. I'm not sure how possible that is, but you can have a very functional web-based app that will now be mobile responsive. Mobile responsiveness means that people will also be able to use it on the mobile phone, and it's going to look good on the mobile phone without having to download the app. Does that make sense to you, sir?
Exactly, sir. Exactly, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Any other question? So, I want to encourage us to see if we can work on this right now. Yes, Mr. or Mrs. or Dr. or Mrs. Bayo, please go ahead with your question.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay, yeah. Thank you once again to you and the team for this great opportunity of being part of this boot camp and the knowledge that has been acquired in such a short time. Now, when Hey Boss has come up with the app, and maybe we are not very comfortable with everything. Perhaps there are things we want to change in the UI, right? Or add some branding, or add some other features, right? How do we go about doing the tweaking, to actually
Excellent.
fit what we envisioned?
Yes.
To
So
be
the tutorial that we provided, they're going to share with you, will walk you through. It's just the same way you will chat with your ChatGPT or Gemini to refine your question. For example, this is my recommendation. If you have the experience in a little bit of graphic design or a little bit of UX/UI design, you can do a very simple mock-up, a very simple visual representation of the idea and upload it and has a box to use that. You can use that. You can provide the brand of your branding, your brand guidelines, the color that you want, the font that you want, all of those things. You can use that to write specifically to provide specific prompt as to what you want to happen. Then alternatively, also, if you are using our Gemini or you are using our ChatGPT, you can use ChatGPT or Gemini to ask it to create a unique user interface for you based on what you want. Now, it provides that user interface for you. If you are comfortable with that user interface, then you upload the user interface as image with ABOS to give it the direction that you want it to follow. Remember, AI does not know what is in our head. All right. AI works with what we provide for AI to work with. So the more the information you provide, the better the outcome that will be provided for you. Does that make sense, sir?
Yes, absolutely. Just a further clarification, right? And that is that, I mean, from what you've said, the question is the prompting for ABOS. Is it better to, like we did in this case, for this particular project, ask Claude or any of the other chatbots, LLMs, for the prompt and do all the working of doing that, finding the prompt in there first, and then carry it and go and paste into ABOS? Or can we just be doing direct prompting, with ABOS, and then, we will get exactly what we want. And then, because it's a free trial, to what extent, in terms of the features that we may have in the app, to what extent can ABOS go? Is there maybe a limit of not have more than this, more than that, so that we can tie that even to the expectations for the project submission for this boot camp, so that we are not doing what is like maybe below par, right? So
Okay.
I've asked two questions in one. Is it better to prompt, in a separate LLM and bring to ABOS, or to prompt in ABOS? Second question, is it to what extent will ABOS give us features for this first trial, and how far can we go? What will it do? Because it's the question, the prompt asked for the LLM to be or the AI generator to be both a front end and a back end. So will it also give us a lot of things that are back end related, that is reasonably good stuff for this free trial?
Excellent question. Now, let me take it one after the other. Now, one thing we all need to agree on is that a free trial will not give you an optimized result. That is something that we need to understand. Now, another thing that you should have known by now, but that I hope we could have covered by now from all of the recommended courses, is that AI LLMs, they work with points. They work with points and tokens, meaning that you have limitations as to what the free trial can give you. So that becomes a segue to the first question. I strongly recommend you do your prompting with a generic AI LLM like Claude or ChatGPT or Gemini or Llama. it's better for you to do your prompting there, because it's going to create the business logic for you. It's going to create the business logic for you. It's going to create the, the logic that the A boss would do. It reduces the thinking of hey boss. And it's better to do and refine your prompt in the general LLM like ChatGPT than doing it in ABoss. If you continue doing that in ABoss, you are going to run into two issues. Issue number one, you will break one thing that you have created before because it's AI. In an attempt to solve a problem, you create another problem. Now it becomes complicated. So it's better to have a well-refined prompt from the general LLM and just copy it into ABoss. Now, in terms of the functionalities, you are not going to get the best results from the free version. Let's be clear about that. However, what we want you to understand is the possibility of what can be achieved. Now, in as much you are able to achieve it, it depends on the complexity of your solution. That is why I advocated from the beginning that you look for the simplest feature of your product. Don't push too much into the product. If you put too much into your solution, you are going to run into some issues because you will need paid version to be able to carry it out. So do not put too much features into what you want to use to as a demo, as a proof of concept for this bootcamp. The minimum viable product, like I've mentioned in some of the examples I gave, or some of the people that share their app with us the other time, focus on one feature. For example, for the amputee in Nigeria, the first thing they have to focus on is the registry, as in the registry, the opportunity to collect data, the registry, the profile of the people. That's it. That is the minimum product. Then when you are pitching to show that this is the problem. This is the bigger umbrella of how the solution will look like. But this is the first step in getting to the solution. Once you get the first step right, you can now build on it later. Our expectation is that if you are able to do the first layer successfully, if you want to look for fund, you want to look for grants, you want to look for something, you have something to show. You have something to showcase, and then you have something to use as proof of concept that will keep the conversation going so that you can get money, resources, or funding for somebody that can now allow you to get resources to now pay for further subscription. Or you yourself, you can fund it. By that time, you know exactly what you are doing. I hope that answers your question, sir.
Yes, sir. Just for clarification for my colleagues and personally for me, a feature like you're being able to query a small database, and we just want to know what HeyBoss can do. Can we upload like a small maybe data set or database, into this particular app, and then be able to query it and get a result? Can that be taken as a first level that is will fall within
that is not
what is
a
allowed
first
within?
level, sir. That is not a first level, sir. Because when you are bringing a secondary data into it, so you are entering another level that will trigger a boss to ask for. You can burn your points. You can get to anything that require extensive backend query data might require you paying for the subscription. So that's something I need to be clear on. Is that okay, sir?
Thank you, sir.
All right. Any other question? Yes, Mrs. Anila, please go ahead with your question.
Hello, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Let's have Ms. Anila first. Sorry.
Okay.
Ms. Anila, please go ahead, madam.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the efforts that you've made from Monday till date. So please, I had network issues, so I didn't log in on time, but I think you copied from cloud and pasted into the hitbox. But which option do you click on to prompt what you generated at the end, sir?
I cannot. What options do you have? Interestingly, I just pick at
New,
random and
after pasting it in the hay box,
Mhm.
the hay box, beneath it is, I mean, beside it is try it free. Was that what you clicked, sir?
Yes, try it free. It's going to prompt you
Okay, sir.
to sign up with your Gmail. Then sign up with your Gmail, and it's going to ask for a few things. I can't remember exactly what it is. Anybody can share their screen. We can experiment. This is not a secret. I didn't make the app. I have no connection with them. I only recommend that app because it has the free version. And as a matter of fact, you can try any other thing that's lovable, there's Replate, there is lovable Replate, Cozo. What else? What else do we have? There's so many of them in the market that we can try. The essence of this one is to let us see the possibility, then we can do something. So, madam, you can share your screen. We can learn together with this and experiment and see how this works. But the most important thing is that you have to log in and use the trial version. Then you should be able to query it to get the results. Yes, Mr. Odutayo Idowu. So let's, okay, I think Miss Ayla is sharing her screen. Go ahead, madam.
So secondly, sir, the class work you gave us, I didn't get the what you asked us to do to prompt, sir.
Which one is that, ma'am?
You told us to prompt something.
I was asking us to experiment. In your own case, we've already done let me see
Okay.
I'm asking everyone, let me see if I have let me see, this is what came up for. If it's okay, if you allow me, I can put in the chat the prompts that came up for your project so that you can copy. Madam, this is for you. So now I want every other person also to generate something that has to do with their idea and fine tune it the way I've done for this one. Madam, you can copy this one and just paste instead of you starting afresh. Or if you have any other idea, you can experiment with. So
All right, sir.
let's thank you. So let other people also experiment and share their idea with us. So I'm going to pick Mr. Sunday, Odutaya Sunday. Please go ahead with your question.
Okay, doctor, thank you very much.
Yes,
Actually,
sir.
I've already done the prompting, but I want to know how to actually carry out the task. Is it to copy, because I have different modules of the work to be done? Is it to copy module by module, or just to copy it at once and paste it at once?
Excellent question. What you are going to do is that you're going to query it like you are looking for the first phase that can be implemented. So now to give you the copy, they ask you to act as a CTO with front end and back end expertise. That is very important because your data, as in your work, will still require back end data. Then you can plan all of those things. So whatever prompt it gives to you, that entire prompt, just like this one second, let me share my screen. Just like this one right here, you can see this one. So what I did is just to copy the entire app. I gave the app amputee tagline, Nigerians and National Amputee Registration Support. I copied the entire prompt from the beginning to the end of the prompt right here. And I copied it, then I went to paste. Now, you can see this is what I was referring to, the man that asked the question the other time. The color here, it gave me the color to use right here. This is the color. All of this color, you can change it to color code you want. The primary color, the secondary color, now somebody asked about mobile devices and the rest. Here, the UX design aspect is fully responsive style, meaning that it's going to function across all browsers. All of those things were provided for me here. So I just copied this prompt then I pasted it, and that is what I had. Does that make sense, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Doctor.
All right, thank you. Let me go to Mr. Nuruddin Hassan. Oh, please go ahead with your question, sir.
Please, what about those that we are busy at this current moment, and we can later watch this meeting at the end of this meeting? Do we have any recording to anything that you can watch later?
I totally agree. Two ways. One, this session and the previous session, I believe, is recorded, and I believe it's going to be available. My team will provide it to us on WhatsApp. That is then in the tutorial that we are going to in what we need to do from tomorrow, the module for tomorrow that we are going to be working on independently. A lot of tutorials has been packed into them to give us access to these pieces of information as well that will enable us to get this thing done tomorrow and on Friday. So we are going to provide that to us, and Tosin will be sharing that with us at the end of today's session. Does that answer your question, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Then Mr. Ibironke Adeni, go ahead with your question, sir.
All right, thank you, Doctor. So while I was about to prompt my command on my prompt on ABOS, I think I encountered something like, do you want it on a local machine or maybe cloud or something like that? I don't know if that's if you're aware of that too, sir.
Yes, I would recommend you click a cloud, because if you want it on the local machine, you might run into some challenges when it comes about publishing your work. So because if you publish from your local machine, there's one more thing I need to mention.
Hello,
Thank you very much, sir, for asking that question. Please pick cloud, because if you publish from your local machine, you will need to, first of all, before you can share with the public, you will need to host, you will need to have a domain to host your this thing on a domain. You will not have a shareable link immediately. You might not have a shareable link immediately. But if you pick a cloud option, it's going to give you a shareable link like what I just, like the one I pasted in the chat bot for us the other time about the amputee. So pick a cloud one. Does that answer your question, sir? Okay, any other question? Yes, sir, Mr. Bayo.
Okay, sir. So if I pick from
maybe
the
it's
last
from my end.
response,
Yeah, I can't even hear anything at all, Doctor. I can't hear you at all. I cannot, sir. Maybe it's from my
One second,
end
Mr.
here. I
Bayo.
don't know.
1 second, Mr. Bayo. Let me.
No, that's Mr. Bibironke. Mr. Bibironke was saying he didn't hear your response to his question.
Other people, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay,
But I guess
okay.
it's a network.
Okay. Mr. Ibironke,
Doctor, we can hear
me
you.
now? All right,
No,
thank you,
we
sir.
are
Mr.
just,
Ibironke, can you hear me now? Mr. Ibironke, you can go out back and watch the recording on YouTube. The recording will be on YouTube. Busayo, are we having this one recorded? Tosin, Busayo, Akin.
Yes, sir. It's been
Yes, sir.
recorded and it will be uploaded to YouTube immediately we're done.
Okay, excellent. So the recording will be on YouTube. Then you guys can go back and rewatch it. Then, Mr. Bayo, go ahead with your question.
Okay, fine. So for practical application, so how does this this app, how does it get deployed? Assuming the little that we can do with the credit that is afforded by ABOS is an MVP that is sufficient to be rolled out to customers. So can you explain how the deployment will now be, right? Will it be something that will be an extension of ABOS's site, both in terms of the maybe the domain and the hosting right now,
Okay.
right? Or
Now
are there still going to be some additional activities, both for mobile and web?
Let me simplify that as that. So let me see. For the purpose of this exercise, the one with ABOS extension suffices because we don't want anybody to incur additional cost. What we want to do is to eliminate barrier, is to focus on what can be done to give you more opportunities into our programs. So this is the baseline. Is not going to give us, we want to see our creativity. We want to see how we can work with AI to come up with solutions and how you can pitch your ideas. Those are the things we are interested in. So the one with an ABOS extension suffices for us. However, additionally, you can publish to if you have a web domain, like let's say I'm just speaking on Mr. Bayo now. Let's say Mr. Bayo has a domain name that is called www.bayo.com.ng. So you're going to need to, you can now set up, you have to do this yourself. You can do a very quick, ABOS can also walk you through to do this. You can connect your app to that web domain that you already have. How do you do it is, once you publish it, now you have to go to your website. I can't teach us web design here. It's outside the scope. You have to now go to your, wherever you are hosting your website, to go and change the DNS record of your website to now enable ABOS to communicate with the domain that you already have posted somewhere. If you don't know how to host a website, you might want to do a very good YouTube tutorial on how to host a website, or you can speak with anybody here who knows how to do that so that you can form a group as to how to do that. If you already have a domain that you have for yourself, let's say, for example, www.bio.ng.com that's been hosted, you can just publish to that. You just need to change the DNS record and to become live. Now, that is option one. Option two, you can buy a custom domain for yourself, and you will be able to host that. We are not going to cover that, but you can do the very quick, simple YouTube or Google to do that. But for this program, for this, what you want to do, the ABOS extension is sufficient to do that. Does that answer your question, sir?
Excellently. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Any other question? Okay, I want to see if anybody has anything interesting to share.
All right, sir. My project is still loading. Maybe it's my network. Still on 99.
Okay, let's see how that works. Okay, so please, I think this is the end of my session. If you don't have any additional question, please, one thing I want you to, I will encourage us to do is that when it comes to tech, we all can experiment. It's okay to experiment. And let me give you a very good, I'm not teaching us how to cheat, but you can have to Google two Google Gmail for ABOS. Use one for the experimentation, use one to do the final one. It's okay to experiment. It's okay to try several ways. Most of us here, I'm saying this to encourage some of us that my background, I started my career studying accounting. So that we don't feel, so nobody starts tech as tech. We just start somewhere and we started improving on ourselves. And the rule number one for anybody who wants to succeed is to have the courage to experiment. That's the first rule. Have the courage to do what? To experiment. Don't be afraid of trying something new. All of these things that we've mentioned is just to help us, to give us the courage, to give us the motivation, and to whet our appetite and prompt us towards starting. This is not sufficient to become successful, but is the foundation that is needed for us to start building something on. So I am encouraging you and I'm challenging you at the same time that we take this as an impetus and build on this. And I am rooting for anybody here and everybody here to see where this journey takes us. So thank you very much for listening to me. If you don't have any final questions, so I'm going to be signing out, but my team will be available to support us. And I see what else we can. I'll be open to watch your to see your comments on social media. Please go on social media, share your experience, and tag us. They'll give us all the necessary details as to how to go about that. We encourage you to go on social media. Be confident. It's okay for your work not to be perfect. It's okay for people to criticize you. Guess what? It's only the work that is done that is being criticized. Nobody criticizes anything in your brain. So feel free to push it out for people to criticize. Let them tell you it's not perfect. Let them tell you it is not up to, it's not the best. But by the time you get the feedback, you build the feedback into your work, then we can see what comes out of there. Now, concerning the pitch date, we are going to make an adjustment to the pitch. The reason why I'm making the adjustment is because we don't see a lot of people. How many people from Ogbomoso here? Let's start from there. How many people do we have from Ogbomoso? So Ogbomoso, just type Ogbomoso in the chat. From Ondo, type Ondo in the chat. From Abeokuta, type Abeokuta in the chat. Then Ibadan, type Ibadan in the chat. Please, let's have a very simple now. Ibadan, type Ibadan in the chat. Ogbomoso, type Ogbomoso in the chat. Ondo, type Ondo in the chat. Just type your city in the chat. Mr. Sunday of the top, please go ahead with your question. Before you go ahead, sir, I need somebody to do the censor of the percentage of as in where the people are joining from the most. So are we still typing? Let somebody help with the censor, please. What was the Mr. Sunday?
IBM.
Well, let's give people a few more seconds to please type your location in the chat, as in where you register, so that we have the sensor that will give us an idea. Mr. Odutayo, please go ahead with your questions before
Doctor, I have two questions to be asked. Number one, I don't know why my location not actually mentioned from Ogun State. That's Abeokuta. You
Okay,
only
also
mentioned
type in
Ondo
the chat.
State and Ogbomoso. I don't know why Abeokuta is not mentioned.
Please type Abeokuta in the chat, sir. And interestingly, I am from Ekbalaki, so 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 we are our Molumo. So okay. Somebody should give us the results. I just received another announcement from a team member, so it's something that's exciting I would like to share. What's the results? The polls, as in the statistics.
Okay, sir. We have 6 from Ibadan and 2 from Ondo.
What about Ogbomoso, Abeokuta?
Oh,
We
you
have
also
one
say
from.
chat isn't available still now.
No, there's a chat where we can put our chats. Well, we announced what I can tell us categorically is that we would have the pitch day in Ibadan. Then you can join online from Ogbomoso, from Ondo, or from Abeokuta. Now, we will send your certificate to you virtually so that you don't have to travel, you don't have to do all the travel. So I think that will be a very good segue. So let's just pick a date today right now. We will have the we'll have the lives the pitch dates on the today is let's say we're gonna do we will do May 9, Saturday, May 9. So Saturday, May 9, we'll have our pitch day in Ibadan. Others can join virtually. Then we will make arrangements. Others can join virtually on that day. Then successful people will get their certificates digitally that they can print by themselves. I hope that is fair to everybody. Because we don't have enough numbers to
Hello,
gather in a room. Yes, sir.
Hello, sir. So we are not more meeting
Hello, sir.
on Friday again, right?
Sir?
On Friday
Can you say that
again.
your line is breaking, sir?
Okay, hello, sir. So what I said is that so we are not the pitch day is not Friday anymore.
Friday is not the pitch day. Friday is for you to post your app on social media for comments. So the pitch day is going to be live at our facility. We never mentioned Friday as the pitch date. We just said that we will announce the pitch date. So we are going to use our pitch date to be Saturday to accommodate for those who are working. We will select Saturday, May 9 for the pitch date. Does that work for everybody? Or we prefer Friday? Okay.
So is that in 1.5 weeks time, sir? That means it's not this Saturday, it is upper Saturday.
Yes, upper Saturday, that's correct. I don't know if it's 1.5 weeks, but on the 10th.
And what is the start? What? Okay. Okay, clear, sir. What's the start time and when will the event end? For some who may be coming out of Ibadan for this event.
It's gonna start 10 o'clock and it's gonna end 5 p.m. Or we can make it 4. Let's end by 4. It's going to be from 10 to 4. At least for those who want to travel, they still have the bandwidth of traveling by 4 p.m. If you can come in person, that would be nice. But if you cannot make it in person, it's okay to join online. This is 2026. We can actually cut down on the road travels. Understood? Okay. Before I leave, I just received a brief note from a colleague. And for those of us who are not,
yes, sir. When will be the deadline for submission of the app, sir? For uploading the app?
You do not need to submit the app. You need to post it on social media and tag us. People will be the one to rate us. You are not submitting to us. Post the app on the social media platforms. My team will provide the prompts or the very brief description that you are going to post online, and you tag us. The people's comments is what you need. Let people see what you're building. Then comment on what you're working on. You are not submitting the app to us. And as people continue to give us feedback, continue to work on it, then you come and pitch the final version on Saturday, May 9. Please, let me take that again. You do not need to submit the app to anybody. You are going to put the app on your social media platform, showing them what you are working on, and get people's feedback. Based on the feedback, continue to work on this app. You are coming to, a lot of people will comment, they will give you feedback. Some will be experts, some will not be experts. There will be market women, there will be market men. Remember, that is how exact solution works, because when you design your solution, when you develop your idea, you are developing from your own standpoint. By the time you push it to the public, they are called user testers. They give you real life feedback that will make you to enable you to fine-tune your work. Then you continue to fine-tune to refine your work until the final day of the pitching. You are just coming to pitch your idea. We are not going to have your idea. Your idea is just, you don't need to submit to us. That day, what you do is that you have a specific time, you pitch your idea. It's just going to be 3 to 5 minutes, and they are going to pitch your idea. So by that time, you should have a better idea. You have received the feedback from other people. You have refined your idea. You are just coming to pitch the demo of your idea on the 9th. So what you need to do before that time is to, by Friday, we expect all your ideas, all your MVP to be published on across social media platforms with a very simple description. My team will send a description, suggested description to you that you can use. Then you tag us so that we see the comment that people are providing for you. That then you share your experience, how wonderful or not wonderful the experience is. We are not begging for positive review. That's something everybody here who knows us will know. We are not begging for positive review. Share your honest opinion on what you feel about the program, how you think others can benefit, if you think it's worth the time. Then share your product, share your app to the public. Let them give you the feedback. Then refine your app based on the feedback. Then come back on Saturday to now pitch your idea, competing for the opportunity to do more, to tell the world that what you've built with your idea, your solution is worth encouraged. It was being encouraged, and we want to empower you to do more. That's it. Does that answer your question, sir? Mr. Odutayo, please go ahead with your question. Thank you for asking these questions. I believe others are learning as well from it. You're breaking, sir.
So I want to know how long it takes before the boss will be able to display the prompt that I sent to it.
It depends on network. It depends on a lot of factors. So if it doesn't, you can refresh it. It should be able to come up with something.
Okay, thank you, doctor.
Yes, sir. Okay, I have something to share, something interesting for very few people here. Please, you guys can share this flyer. I just received a check from one of my colleagues. As you know, I lead American Open University Nigeria. We have another sister institute, American College of Technology, which is a polytechnic approved by the federal government. We want to give scholarship to people. So if you have anybody who just finished secondary school that will be interested in joining American College of Technology, we have two programs, computer science and forensic technology. We are going to give 10 people, you can recommend who will be interested. We are going to give 10 people scholarship at American College of Technology. And I think the class starts in a few weeks. Please, this is the application form for the American College of Tech, and it's still our sister institution. It's the same experience, the same knowledge, the same institution, the same organization, and just different programs. So one is a full-fledged university, and the other one is a full-fledged polytechnics for people who are just getting out of secondary school. So this is the link for the admission into the American College of Technology, and we will be willing to give 10 people scholarship to start. Please reach out to Ms. Tosin, Tosin Fadoju. Tosin, please signify those who have a candidate or who would like to benefit from the scholarship. Let them reach out to you. Then Ms. Tosin, please say something so that you can take it up from there.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, so
Yes.
So that's Tosin. Plus, please, you can drop the ask for your contacts. Please drop your contacts in the chat for those who want to take the advantage. So that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any question before I leave? No question. So let's take care of maybe one or two, reflection.
Sorry,
feedback.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to jump in. The scholarship for the polytechnic, right? Is it going to be for the period of study throughout the college? Is the polytechnic also structured as national diploma and higher national diploma? And then the same question goes conversely for this boot camp. Those who may be successful in getting the scholarship, is it for the period of study, throughout AO university?
For the university, for those who get into it, it's a full ride scholarship, meaning that for the entire program. Tuition is 2.1 million naira for the program that this program qualifies for, and whoever gets into it, 2.1 million naira per year. So for a 4-year program, that is 8 point something. My math is not that good. And whoever gets the scholarship will be getting that for free. The only thing they pay is the acceptance fee, which is just 100,000 naira. So it's a big deal for those who get into it. For the although it forms in different categories, for those who get into it, we have different categories. They can share the flyer. It could be undergrad, it could be under level for those who have not gotten to any university. For those who already have NCE, they are coming in at 200 level. For those who have HND, they are coming in at 300 level or thereabouts. So we Obsayo Akin, you can share the details of the programs with them for those who get into the program. It's full ride for that. This one for the college is just a bonus. It's not part of what we promised, which as in somebody just wanted us to extend, and we will only give scholarship for the first year. And it's also a national diploma. The scholarship doesn't cover the HND, and it's just the OND. Just for us to be clear, it's just for the first year, 100 first year diploma one scholarship, not for the entire program. Does that answer your question, sir?
Yes, sir. What we are just trying to just to familiarize ourselves with these programs, because they are just new and coming into this space. So for the Polytechnic program, is it an online program, or is it a physical campus? How does the program run? And
Well,
yeah, just in case the program, we just want to know whether both the OND and the HND for the particular programs you have on offer are already accredited. If not, because one has to start thinking of the future. If not, when a student finishes the national diploma, is it transferable to any other polytechnic within the nation, the certificate that will be gotten, just for planning and taking a decision?
understand that. So, Polytechnic, people who sat for the last jam, they had the opportunity to select us for as jam is fully accredited. Our programs are fully accredited. Once students complete the OND, they can continue the HND in any school of their choice that accept that have similar programs, especially, well, we only have two programs, computer science and forensic technology. So for the OND. And we don't have HND yet. We only have OND as an ND, not OND, it's changed to ND, National Diploma. We don't have HND yet, it's just a National Diploma. And for those who complete the National Diploma, they have the opportunity to continue with our BSc after their national diploma. The advantage it gives them is that our BSc is a little bit on the high side when it comes to pricing. The OND is cheaper, so it gives people the opportunity. I think the tuition fee is 250,000 naira for the OND per year. So whereas our BSc, the tuition is 2.1 million naira. If you can see the margin. So if you do 2 years at the poly, as if somebody does 2 years at the poly, they can just move on to the BSc program with us if they desire, or they can go for their HND elsewhere if they desire. It's totally their choice. And we are not using this to we are promoting our schools, but it's totally optional. It's an opportunity for people who are interested, and we thankfully we have more than enough students, so we're just looking for opportunity to extend this privilege to a lot of people. I hope that answer your question, sir.
Yes, sir. I just didn't get whether it is a physical campus or it is
Okay.
a digital program.
Understand, interestingly, the OND for now is physical in Ibadan. However, the structuring needs to be hybrid in such a way that a student can still take some courses online, but it's physical. I think by September we'll be having the digital version, but the way Nigerian government structures is the digital version will be counted as part-time. So that is the way Nigerian government structures it. But the physical one is full-time in person. The digital one will be categorized as part-time by Nigerian government. And the implication of that is because by the time they finish, if you do the digital one, they go for their HND, they may not be eligible for NYC. So that is the Nigerian government categorization that is not our making, but the OND is still the physical one, is hybrid. People still have to take classes online and take a lot of classes in person. But the digital one will be available from September, but the digital one is going to be characterized as part-time. Does that answer your question, sir?
Yes, sir. I think the details that I have, I might just ask so that I would let you go. For just one last question, I'll ask other details from the support people. Just to ask, do you maybe you just to educate us about the master's program for AO? Do we have the master's program already been rolled out to? And perhaps we might have insights to that, so that we want to become ambassadors, and if there are some of us who want to be part of this, to know how to also take advantage or to share with our people.
That's for that questions. Our master's program will start in August 24. Is it? Wait, let me. That'll be August. 1 second. Our master program starts, yes, August 24, Monday, August 24. That's when our masters, the first cohort will start. We are starting with three confirmed masters program, with one in the pipeline that I'm not sure if I can share publicly, but I can hint. So we are starting with Master of Business Administration in August. We are starting with Masters of Public Administration, then Masters of Information Technology. So MBA, Master of Master of Business Admin, MPA, Master of Public Admin, then MIT, Masters of Information Tech. MBA has specializations. It has a specialization in I think about 2-3 specialization. I can't remember correctly, but I know that it's human capital development specialization. There is a finance, corporate finance and taxation specialization for the MBA. And there is a technology management specialization for the MBA. 3 specializations that I can remember: human capital development, corporate finance and taxation, and information technology management. For the MIT, Master of Information Tech, there is specialization in cybersecurity, specialization in cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and data analytics. Cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and data analytics. Master of Public Administration has 3 specializations as well. We have digital governance or e-governance. We have a digital security system, and then we have a counterterrorism. Those are the specialization in Master of Public Administration. So the fourth one that I can mention, but I cannot guarantee for now, we are planning to start the first official real AI engineering master's program. AI engineering master's program. So most likely we'll be starting. I'm not sure if that will start in August, but because we are partnering with Anthropic, the company that owns Cloud AI, we want to partner with them to debut the first AI engineering master's program. But I don't know exactly if that will start in August. That's the only thing. But Master of Business Administration, Master of Public Administration, and Master of Information Tech will start in August with 3 specializations each. Does that answer your question, sir?
Thank you, sir. That's at least a good overview. We will research more. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. Any other question before I go? Any questions? Any comment? Please, let's have a brief reflection. So, in the last 3 days, what have you learned? Have you learned anything? Anybody? In the last 3 days, what will be your comment to us? Okay, sorry. I just received another notification from my other team members. Sorry. We have professional certificates programs as well. You said, thank you, Dr. Chika, for sending me the message. We have professional certificates. Currently, we are rolling out. How many professional certificates? Chika, please go ahead. I can't remember everything on top of my head. Sometimes I used to think I'm smart. But, Dr. Chika, are you there? Please go ahead.
Yes, I'm here, Pastor.
Your network is breaking.
Okay, so what about now? Is it okay now?
Can you hear her correctly?
Hello, everyone.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you, ma.
Okay, thank you so much. I just want to use this opportunity to also inform you about our professional certificate program. So we have e-learning stroke instructional design certificate program, and we have data analytics and business intelligence, and the third one is cybersecurity. So we are going to kick off by first week of June. I've shared the flyer to your various WhatsApp group. So please do well to also help us to share the flyers to your contacts. In fact, when you roll in one of the ending of this program, you're not going to regret it. So please do well as you are sending your app to your social media handle. Do well to also post our flyers. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let me just add one thing to that. To the certificate programs that we have. This is the idea. A lot of people, most of our students, they already have a bachelor's degree, master's degree, doctorate degree. Now coming back to do another bachelor's degree because they want to learn the real tech thing, right? I don't, we don't really think that is good enough for you after having your bachelor's degree, master's degree. You're not coming back to do another bachelor's degree. I'm not sure if that is the best route. That's why we created the professional certificate. It's just, I think it's just it's just 18 weeks. So in 18 weeks, you'll learn the professional certificate very close to what you're going to learn in the degree program, but the abridged version that will supplement the degrees that you already have. Instead of having to go for another bachelor's degree, just take the professional certificate, and it's cheaper. It's way cheaper because it's not a degree. And the e-learning is 250,000 naira for the e-learning for those who study educational technology. They really want to learn the hands-on aspect of e-learning. The cybersecurity is a 300,000 naira, and the data analytics and business intelligence is 300,000 naira. Then we are going to add, I forgot to mention, we're going to add 2 professional certificates as well for those who are NYSC graduates, project management and AI in the next coming months as well to the fleet of the professional certificates. Okay, enough about us. So let's hear about you. What have you learned? Any feedback for us? What have you learned so far in the next few minutes before we adjourn for the day? Anyone? What have you learned? Anything? Anybody? Have you learned anything? What is it that we don't know before that we now know because of this program? Anyone? Nobody. No comments? Nobody has learned anything. Okay, thanks.
Well, just a feedback, for the AO team, which had mentioned earlier at our morning session, but you were not around. And that is the fact that most of us have the impression that the amount of content that we were expected to cover, day 1, day 2 was quite much, was actually an impossibility, because some of those courses, like yesterday, we were supposed to come up with 4 certificates or badges, and the aggregate of all the hours by those who designed the courses, by Anthropic and Cisco, the aggregate of all that was almost running to like about 18 hours, right? And we're supposed to do that without break. So, well, the coordinators have said, because it's a boot camp, that's how it is designed. Well, I feel my participants also feel that that should not be it. If we want us to learn something. It's better we learn one little bit and let it sink in. That we are trying to rush to cover so much content, and we are just gliding through. Yes, I know we have an opportunity beyond now to review these courses all over again. But if we are to submit a badge, we have to complete those courses. So for most people, as at this time, Team Moment M, they've not been able to catch up. In fact, somebody said he's not even done with day one content, and this is day 3. Right? So we need to have a look into that. Perhaps, if there is going to be a future program for that to be redesigned. So that is that for that. What I just I'm just asking as an extra question, because I heard you say, oh, you are going to post your work to social media, get reviews from people, then probably make refinements and all of that. So the impression is that submission, even for the project, is by Friday. So I don't know whether that statement you have made changes that, right? When will the project be finally expected to come in, and be assumed submitted? So that's the question. But I just also wanted to talk about,
Okay.
the heaviness of the content.
Let me clarify. Thanks for that feedback. For the content of your completion of badges or certificates, everything is not due until Friday. That is what's due on Friday. What is due on Friday? Busayo, correct me if I'm wrong. Just saying, please. What is due on Friday is the completion of the coursework. All the things we are supposed to do on Anthropic, on Cisco, whatever. Those are the things that are due on Friday. Is that right, Busayo Tosin?
Yes, sir, that is
Yes,
correct.
sir.
Okay, those are the things that are due on Friday. By Friday, we want everything that has to do with independent learning that is what you are submitting. We are submitting the badges, the certificates, evidence of completion of those independent study. And what that evidence of submission does is that it gives us the confidence that you have completed those things. That completion enables us to be able to give you a certificate that you have completed those learning. However, you've completed those courses, you get those certificates. Learning does not end there. We expect you to go back to those videos, those courses. They are available in the public domain. They are available everywhere till eternity, if Jesus tarries, for you to keep going back and review them to continue to learn more. It doesn't end. So no, there is we are giving you the resources, we are giving you access to the platform that this information exists, this information is available. Nobody's brain is designed to accommodate, to assimilate all those bunch of information in 1 week. So, but for us to mark that, okay, you've checked this box, you have to complete that and send us those certificates and badges by the end of Friday. That gives us the understanding that you've done your part. We've done our part. That's the only way we can now give the certificate. And if you don't want the certificate, if you don't want to, it's not compulsory that you complete that. A lot of people would choose just to have the access and they would not choose to participate further. So you do not need to send certificates. You do not need to do anything. As a matter of fact, you do not need to participate in the posting of your work. But for you to hand our certificates that of completion of the program, those things have to be completed by Friday. That is the only thing you need to submit. For the project, you do not need to submit the project to us. You are going to post the project online by yourself. So because you have the back end, you have the front end, you have everything. When you post this project online, we expect you to continue. That is how real project works. So continue to fine-tune your project. it's independent of us. It is your project. It is your work. We are not taking ownership of your work. So you do not need to submit your work to us. You just post them online and refine and fine tune. And the only thing you need to do is to come and pitch your idea. You come and pitch your work. You come and pitch what you've learned to us. You are demonstrating that the theoretical knowledge is covered. You have a certificate for it. Then that has prompted you to continue to refine your work so that even after the pitch, we expect you to continue to fine-tune the work and to improve on it. Does that make sense, sir? And I apologize if there is any miscommunication. This is the correct characterization of what is expected. Does that make sense, sir?
Clear enough, sir. For those who may not have been able to make this session, maybe this can also be articulated and posted on the various WhatsApp groups so that there's a clarity of timelines for others who might be at work at this time. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely, sir. This is recorded and is going to be made available. And we have to emphasize that people are responsible for their learning. We are doing a social responsibility. A lot of people still have to do their own part. So it's totally optional. We are not, but if there is miscommunication, we will clarify. But people can choose to do this or they can choose not to do it. So, but I'm very sure my team will provide the information accordingly, and it's okay for anybody to choose not to do it. The most important thing is that we learn, then we experiment with the learning. Every other thing is just secondary. So we are going to make the information available to people. Thank you very much for the feedback. Any other, is that satisfactory, sir?
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Any other thing? We have 5 more minutes. Do any other person would like to share anything? Okay, Mr. Odutaya, please go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Doctor. I want to actually appreciate the entire team for this kind of a program. This is not the first time I've been attending your program, Doctor. I've been attending different type of programs that have been put forward by your great team. I want to assure you that with this little time that actually we spent together, those that actually participated, we can actually testify the new knowledge we have been able to tap. So I promise you on behalf of others that we will not actually let the organization down and actually pray for more grace to the elbows of the company and organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Any other person? We have 4 more minutes. Please, not necessarily positive feedback. Please, it's okay to to comment on what you are not pleased with. And for those who are familiar with us, if we take a very, very brutal, honest feedback, is appreciated. Any other person, any other feedback? We have 3 more minutes to go. Any other person?
Okay, Doctor, thank you so much, sir. I
Thank you,
also want
madam.
to appreciate you. American Open University. This is actually an eye-opener. I've actually known cloud before now, but I didn't really know how to prompt the way I learned from Monday till now. Although it was a tax hill, from Monday I usually close by 7 just to meet up. So thank you so much for this opportunity. And for also using my idea to teach the class is a great honor. Thank you so much, sir. I'm grateful.
You're welcome. Any other person? We have 2 more minutes before we go. Mr. Desire, you have any other thing to add?
Yes, actually, I want to just add this. You know, the way many, just like the last person that spoke before the doctor gave our own observation, I want to say actually I'm going to assist the institution to market the institution. because many people have actually not been able to see what your team, your institution have been doing when it comes to open and distance learning. Because from what you have just said now, I can actually, for me, I believe your team is actually, I don't want to say you are the best, so that from what you have said, there are many open and distance learning education in Nigeria, but I've been able to compare through my comparative analysis. I've discovered there are some things that are actually unique within your team, which other institutions they are not doing, not that they are not doing actually, they are not doing it well. So from this, maybe I'm going to have a private chat with you or some of your team members, so that I don't want to just say it openly now when we're in a public place. So I'll be able to communicate some things with you, so that it will assist the institution actually to be in the world, in the marketplace, so that every other people actually see some of the great work your team is doing when it comes to open and distance learning in Nigeria and beyond. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I'll put my phone number in the chat. Please feel free to reach out anytime. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
All right, sir. So, any other
Yeah,
1 more minute?
Tosin's contact also. Tosin's contact. Oh, sorry, sir. Tosin's contact for the scholarship for the polytechnics. Tosin's contact, please.
Is
We didn't
there.
get it.
Let me repost it so you can just say Busayo, everybody, you can drop your contact. So feel free, if Tosin is not available, you can reach everybody. So, all right, we have 1 more minute. Okay, time up. So thank you very much. We look forward to seeing your beautiful work, and then we hope to connect with us in the future. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. We appreciate Dr. Akombi's presence, that he was able to come and clarify some things and questions that different people had concerning the university, concerning the bootcamp, concerning our programs, concerning anything that we have to do. So I don't know if we have any other questions or concerns or complaints, anything that anyone wants to say at all before we end this session for this afternoon. Does anyone have anything else to say?
Sorry,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
yet to see the contacts, please. Maybe you should help us post it on the groups.
We
I
would
don't know.
post
I'm
it
not
on the
seeing it in
WhatsApp
the chat.
groups.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Miss Susan, you wanted to say something?
Yes, sir. Please, okay, I think I did a chat with the chat assistants for IBM skills build, and they replied and said it would take approximately like 72 hours for the certificate to be uploaded. So that's why I've not yet uploaded my certificate. Then secondly, when I click on the link for that net card on my desktop, that starts pause this button don't usually highlight, but on my system, on my phone, it does. So I just discovered it this afternoon. So I have uploaded the certificate on my phone since the link did not go through.
Okay. So one thing with Cisco's NetAcad Academy, thank you very much for your question, now. One thing I've noticed with Cisco's NetAcad Academy is that on system, if you want to access their websites, and for one reason or the other, maybe internet issues or really internet issues, or the fact that the internet on the time on your laptop may not be correct. I've noticed it for some people, because some people like to set their clocks either 5 minutes earlier or 10 minutes earlier. If the website detects that your time is not correct, you will not be able to access and use it properly. And you find out that you'll be able to use it properly on your phone. So you can check your internet, and if you're convinced that it's not your internet that is making the thing to load like that, you can check the time on your laptop so that it syncs automatically with the normal time, and then try NetAcad again. It should load after you do that. Then concerning the IBM certificates, yes, that's why we said initially that the deadline for submitting certificates is actually Friday. But like Dr. Akombi has clarified, it is only a requirement if you wish to get a certificate of completion from American Open University for this bootcamp. You can still wait and carry it and keep it to yourself. At any point in time in which IBM gives you the certificates, you can feel free to apply. That's not a problem at all. And then you can also go back and revisit any of the courses that you have learned to be able to practice and further learn things that you may not have been clear of. Does that answer your question, man? Okay, no problem.
Sorry, please. Lastly,
Okay.
on day 2, task number 2, under Cisco, you said we should apply AI to analyze customers' review. Please, I don't know, how do we do that?
Applying AI to analyze customer review is the name of a course on Cisco NetAcad.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So there are 4 courses we're meant to do on Tuesday. Applying AI if I got that correctly. Yes, applying AI to analyze customer reviews is the name of a course in NetAcad.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have any questions before we shut down? Okay, in the absence of any question, yes, Mr. Odutayo.
Thank you very much. I spoke with Doctor the other time that I want to have a private chat with him. So he's promised to drop his contact. So I don't know. I've already sent a message to the
He
chat.
dropped his number in the chat.
Okay, I will check. Thank you very much.
So I will copy it after this meeting is over. I'll copy it and post it on the WhatsApp group chat.
Thank you.
So I don't know if anyone else has any other question that they would like to ask. All right. In the absence of any question, Ms. Tosin, I don't know if you have anything to say before we close for the afternoon.
Not at all. Mr. Adutayo, your hand is still raised. Do you have anything for us?
Yes, exactly. You know, like the group that have been created for those in Ondo states, like where I am now in Ogun State, that's Abeokuta. Now, I want to appeal so that people will not actually abuse the platform that have been created, so that people will not be posting different kind of things there. I think there should be a kind of a restriction so that people will not just be posting things. You know what can happen in cyberspace, so that people will not be duping people and be asking them click this and click that, thinking maybe the link might be from open from your organization. So I want to appeal. There should be a kind of a restriction where people not just be posting unnecessary things that will actually affect the image of the organization. Thank you very much.
Okay, there is no problem, sir. We would try our best to enforce that. Although at this time, I've not seen anything on the Abeokuta channel that another person has posted. All these other posts concerning the Microsoft forms and the certificates were actually for me. The last one that I posted was from Dr. Chika, which Dr. Chika herself spoke about live on this call. And the other one is the form for the Polytechnic that we have, the Polytechnic scholarship. But aside from that, I don't think anyone else has posted anything on the group chats. But if anyone does that, we'll be sure to take appropriate action, sir. Yes, Ms. Flourish, good afternoon. You have a question for us?
Yeah, good afternoon. No, I want to add to, in addition to what you said, I don't think anybody has posted anything also. We are so few here and nobody has done that. So I do not think this WhatsApp should be restricted for any reason for now.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. So in the absence of any other question, we will drop the contacts on the WhatsApp groups for everybody. this session. We've already sent out the link for the first session. It's live on YouTube already, and the YouTube link is on each individual WhatsApp group if you want to watch that session. And then we would upload this one, and we will see you in tomorrow's session. And also we will drop the link to Thursday's session ahead of time. We'll drop it today, so that in case you have anything you need to confirm about HeyBoss concerning the tutorials that are on HeyBoss's website or the prompt guidelines, you'll be able to see it ahead of tomorrow. So we'll also be dropping that today. So in the absence of any other question, I ask you to enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow.